Welcome back to another episode of Ty as a Mother in our series as of Mother's Tea. So I have another amazing mom. This is somebody who I know from way back when, from elementary school, double dutch days,
Ooh.
wearing the school uniforms and things like
Right.
this. This is like somebody who knew me from elementary, middle, all the way high school until now. So I'm super
Mhm.
honored to have one of my friends on here, Miss Tanika. There
Hello.
my girl go. A. Yes, this is someone who has, be able to, you have your childhood friends that able to see you grow up in to motherhood and new journey. So I'm just super excited to even have her on today's episode of Mother's Tea. So
Okay.
Tanika, please go ahead and share with the people who you are, how many kids you have, and describe motherhood with one word.
So my name is Tanika. I have two wonderful kids. My son is 21 and my daughter is 12. Oh, and one word that I can describe to generalize motherhood is patience.
Mm.
You got to have a lot of it.
A whole lot of it. Tanika, you the
Oh,
first one to say that as far as describing that word. And patience is really needed. So,
yes. They've taught me
yes,
patience big time.
definitely need patience. So tell me something that has surprised you, even just becoming a mom. Because I know you say 21, and how old is baby girl again?
12.
12. So yeah, you had a huge break. So what surprised you in
Yes.
the second pregnancy from the first one?
Ooh. So everything from the pregnancy to now has surprised me. It was like her pregnancy was total opposite from her brother. Like even the energy I had was different. Like with my
Yes.
son, I gained like 50 pounds with my son. I didn't even know where it came from. And
Really?
with her, yes, I lost all my weight. Like it was night and day. And then even with the labor, she pushed herself out. So I was like, this child is something. She gonna be something serious to push yourself out like that. The doctor was like, hey, can you stop pushing? I'm like, no, she pushing herself. And I knew, I said, man, she gonna be, oh yeah, she gonna be something else. And that's how it is.
Yeah, it's different. I'm telling you, your pregnancies are always different, but I feel like my pregnancy was
Mhm.
different from my 20s and my 30s. Like when you
Mm.
say that energy level, completely throwed off.
Yes.
That young pregnancy, you feel like you gonna run a marathon, you could do this, you could do that. That second pregnancy, oh no, girl, sit
Oh
down somewhere.
no.
Don't even
Yes.
think about it. What you thought you were gonna do, oh no, that's already over.
Oh
Don't even think
no.
that's gonna happen.
No, ma'am.
So even
Mm-mm.
with motherhood and things like that, so you become that title. That's what you just think that's what it is. You're just being a mother first and things like that. So can
Hmm.
you tell us, how has motherhood impact your identity? Like, who are you outside of being a mom?
Oh, that's one of the things I've always struggled with. And as a mom, you feel like you have to be all about your children 24/7. And
Yeah.
it took me a long time to realize you have to have that time for yourself. But oh yeah, I have my children know I made it plain. Look, I'm your mom, but mom is Tanika at the end of the day. So they already know. Let me have my time. I'm very honest with my children. I'm like, look, I'm going here, I'm going there. When I'm out, I'm FaceTiming my kids. it's it's like or they FaceTiming me like, Mom, where you at? And me, I like music. So, I'll FaceTime them and let them listen. So I
Oh,
know,
that's sweet.
yeah, I'll let them listen. I like poetry shows. So depending on what they talking about, I'll kind of let them listen in just to know what type of stuff their mom is like. really into. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I'm not no club person. You never look. They already know she ain't gonna be there. Look, this is what I this is what I'm doing. So yeah, I had to learn that, like, just separating that motherhood and that being an individual. Yeah, but I had to learn because you get
You
burnt
have
out.
to. You get burnt out real fast. Really,
Yes.
really fast. If you don't have that balance, before you
Hmm.
know it, just like I'm tapped. Like, have you ever got to a point where you feel like you just wanted to quit?
Oh yeah, plenty of times, and it's like that, that overwhelming, like I'm doing, and then especially as a single mom, you get that feeling a lot, and you feel like you have two roles to play. You're
Mhm.
doing everything, and you feel like you don't have help at time. Us as moms, we feel like we have to do everything by ourselves. We have that bad. I know I
We
have
do.
that bad. Like
Me
not
too.
asking for help. Yeah. And you feel like you have to do everything. And no. Look, I know how to ask for help now.
I,
I
you
ask,
have to. You have to learn.
oh yeah, that's something you have to learn. Help is my biggest like word now. Help me.
Yeah.
I don't mind. No.
No, it's a complete sentence.
So yeah, look. Oh yeah, that's a help.
Help is a complete sentence
Yeah. Complete
with
sentence
an
help.
exclamation point at the end.
Oh yeah. Yes, with 100 of them, because yeah, I had to learn, like, hey, ask for help. Like, it don't make sense to sit there and just be miserable and tired and overwhelming, and you have people right down the street that's pretty much waiting for you to ask for help. People like to be asked for help sometimes,
Yeah.
and you just got to realize that.
Right. What situation happened for you to make you just realize, you know what, I need help? Because, like you said, we get stuck in our ways. We feel like we can do everything on our own. So, what happened to you to make you realize, okay, I really need to stop being so prideful and ask for help?
It's just like just one day, because at one time, man, I was so overloaded and loading myself, and I have that problem. I do that a lot, and I'm just learning now in my late 30s how not to do that. Like, I was going to school at, like, I was bringing my son to school like 6 o'clock, bringing my daughter at 7, going to school from like 8 to maybe like 11, 12, going get the kids at 3, then working at night.
Wow.
Yeah, I was doing that because I felt like I had to. And then one day it's just like going to work. I don't even know where it came from. Like, it's just everything kind of just, it was like a heavy feeling just came over me, and I got overwhelmed. And that night I cried for 2 hours straight at work.
Oh,
I was like, I
yeah.
was so like, oh my God. And I felt like, okay, something got to change. Like,
Right.
this is not how this is supposed to go. And even in that moment, I felt like I didn't have anybody to talk to. So, and there's a million people you can talk to. People are waiting for you to just reach out. So you can actually talk to them. So I called my sister, and she was like, she talked me down the street. I never forget, I was working at a shipyard doing security at night. The only woman, only little woman. I'm like 5'4", working with all these men,
That's
and
what I
I'm
was
in the
thinking when you say the shipyard. I'm like, that's a lot of men, and you doing
that's
security.
a and I'm sitting there crying. I'm in there bawling, and I'm like, Lord, I don't know why can't I stop crying? And from that point on, I was like, okay, I have to dig deeper and find out what's going on. So yeah, that was like the breaking point for me.
Yeah, I mean that's tough, and that's when you know you've been carrying it for a long time. When you start
Oh
crying and
yeah,
you can't stop crying,
it couldn't stop.
you can't stop. You cannot turn
oh,
it off. Like, no
oh
matter what you
no,
try, no matter how much you try to coach yourself out of it, you still. And
I
I'm
was
laughing because I've
literally,
been there several times.
yeah,
Like, you're like, what
yes,
is wrong with me? And you're really asking it, and then you start crying more because you're like, I can't figure out what's wrong.
right, yeah. And I'm walking around with my little gun on my side, just bawling, and I'm like, oh, this can't be, this can't be real. Like I just couldn't stop. And it was like when it's uncontrollable and you're not a crier, it scares you because I'm not a
It
crier.
does.
And I was 2 hours straight and my face was just puffy and I was like, oh no, something gotta change.
Yeah, I know. I'm telling because if not, then you're gonna be right back in that same cycle
Oh yeah.
of
Yep.
not asking for help. Then you're right back crying.
Yep. Right back crying.
So, so like who is well, how did you even create your support system?
So, me, like I said, I'm not that person that asks for help, right? But it's crazy because I have a million cousins. Like, I have
It is a
cousins.
lot of y'all, sis. I ain't gonna tell
Yeah, it's a lot of us. In my family, I stay literally 5 minutes away from my family home. Like, my mom, my dad, they stay like 5 minutes away. I have friends, I have people I can count on. And the whole time, I'm like, I don't have nobody to talk to. And that's far from the truth. So I had to get out of my own way and actually talk to people. Give people that chance to, talk back to me. And what I found was the more I talked to people, they were going through the same exact thing.
yeah,
And that whole time I'm staying to myself and not communicating with nobody, that could have been them us helping each other, you know? So
right.
yeah, I've learned that, and I'm still learning, but I'm way better than I was before. Like, yeah, so I can help somebody that's helping me. So we
Yeah,
can help each other. You know.
right. But I mean, that's the thing, with building your support system. Like you have different type of strengths and things like that, and be willing to even rely on people. Because I struggle with that too. I honestly I struggle with trust. That was the first issue.
Hmm.
I didn't really trust people with my kids and things like that. So um, even now, my support system, like I keep my circle small, but my circle is solid. So I'm forever grateful
Oh
for my
yeah,
village and, just being able to rely on other people and not feeling like you gotta do everything on your own because it's hard. It's
right.
real hard.
Yeah, it's very hard. Now, also one thing I did change. When you're younger, you feel like you have to have a billion friends around you, and that support your support system. I was like, I learned very like later on in life that that's not your support system. Like your support system is what you make of it. Like it's different for everybody. My support system, I said, God, I want praying people around me.
Right.
Like you have to, like, if I'm going through something, I need you to be praying for me. I don't need you to take me out. We don't need to go get drinks, and look, pray for me.
Yeah.
That's what I want. And that's with growth and maturity. Like, no, just even when I don't hear it, I want to feel that you're praying for me. I want to know. You can send a text with praying hands, I don't care. Just be present in any kind of way and let me know. Ray, let me know that you're praying for me. That's all I need.
That's true. And you know what? And
Hmm.
being in New Orleans, that's kind of hard not to have that mindset of, oh, I'm not going out because there's always something to do at home.
Right.
It is. It's always somewhere for you to go drink. It's always somewhere for
Oh
you to go
yeah.
eat. It's somebody festival on this weekend. Somebody else
Right.
having a second line this weekend. It's
Right.
always something to do at home. So, and I didn't learn that until, just like you say, till I got older, that I need friends that pray. And once I realized, my not, at that time, like you say, you hang around so many different people, so many different people, like, oh,
Right.
y'all ain't praying. So I
Oh
need to
yeah.
go ahead and remove some of y'all. I'm gonna have to go
Right.
ahead and let God just remove whoever need to be removed
Right.
because you over here they want to gossip more than what I need these prayers for. Like,
Hmm.
yeah, so I definitely agree with you with that on that, and that's advice for a brand new mom or a mom that's been out here for a while and you just trying to get a shift. Like, get you some friends that pray, and just like you said, you don't care if they just send you an emoji.
Right.
Like, that's letting me know you thinking about me. I appreciate it.
Exactly.
You know.
Oh yeah, because even with my pastor, I text him like, look, I can text him a whole paragraph. He gonna say PTL or P, yeah, he put PTL, praise the Lord, or any little thing. I
I
know what
never
he's talking
heard
about
that.
though, but look, respond any response and you listening, that's all I need to know that somebody's listening and y'all ain't trying to, make me do anything that's gonna make the situation worse. Like, no. So like your support system has to be what you make of it and what you want. Or other than that, you just gonna fall in the same circles you've been falling in.
Right. So I'm thinking. So on those times where it is, it get hard. Who or what keep you grounded on those days?
Ooh, to be honest, my children keep me grounded.
Yeah.
I would say my children and my sister. Children, I feel like they keep me grounded because with everything I do, I have my children in mind. So
Yeah.
I'm always trying to make the right decisions because I know they're watching me.
Yeah.
Especially my daughter, she watches. I can say something right now, she gonna say it tomorrow. Like she watches everything. So even with like jobs and education and even down to the point how I dress, how I present myself, how
Yep.
I keep my house. Like
You're real
they
classy
watch.
though.
Thank
Real
you.
classy, sis.
Even with that, like when I was younger, you want to be cute and flashy when you're younger. All that makes a difference when you're older. And I realized that too. I'm like, yeah, I want to look cute and nice and you know, look a little womanly sometimes, but yeah, everybody, your children are watching. Like that don't mean you can't, express your femininity how you want it just because you have kids. That don't mean that. But
Right.
that means your daughter and your son are watching. So that's gonna determine what type of people they see, what type of people dang, if my mama wearing this, then it's all right if I go get.
Yeah,
So
that's how they think.
yeah, that's how they think. So they watch everything. So they keep me grounded. And my sister, she's one of the people, she's like, that's my little sister. But when y'all older and y'all go through life, that little and big don't mean nothing.
That go out the window. Yep,
It's
it
out the
does.
window because so many times as the big sister, I had to call her and lean on her more than she had to lean on me, you know.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's like those like siblings to me, that's purposely made for you. Like God said somewhere in the
Mhm.
plan, like, hey, you're gonna need somebody, that's gonna be honest, that's gonna have your back.
Yeah.
And that's what it is. Like, yeah, she keeping me very grounded. She don't care either. She gonna tell you what you need. She gonna tell you the real.
Yeah, right. And that's what
Oh
you
yeah.
need.
That's what you need. Yes. So they keep me very grounded. Yeah.
So how was it? Because I know you're a single mom.
Mhm.
How was it raising pretty much a young man? Because he's 21 now. How did that look
Mhm.
for you?
Ooh, ooh. So he's the biggest thing for me is I always used to say, like, I know I'm a single parent, I'm not like people used to send me, oh, happy Father's Day and stuff like that. When you're young, I'm not a man.
Yeah.
I am not a man.
I'm not a man at all.
I'm not a man. A lot of stuff I had to YouTube and be like, is this like how I do this? This the right way he should do this? But like raising a young man in this world now is so different. Like you have to, I'm very, very, very honest with my kids. Like I feel like when we were young, everything was sugar coated
Right.
and we didn't get the real. Now you have to give children a real.
You
You have to
do.
yeah, you have to prepare them for the real world. So, and me and my son, by me being that honest with him, he trusts me with his feelings. So, as a
Okay.
21-year-old, you would be surprised the conversations we have. And I wouldn't trade that for the world. Like, I don't care where he at in life, long as me and him can have those very raw, sometimes too raw. I'll be like, hold up, son. Wait, let me take a breather. I
It's a
wasn't
little too
ready,
much.
but he trusts me that much. As you know, you don't find that as a mom. Like, your children trust you
Yeah,
that much. Like, I don't care. I wouldn't even trade that for anything.
yeah.
Yeah.
I know, and I'm telling you, I say 21. I can't believe he's 21.
21, yes.
Man, I'm
Oh
telling you, time to be
Lord.
about, and that's your twin, like spitting image you all day,
Really?
every day. Yeah.
Think
Every time I see
so.
a picture, I'm like, dang, he looks just like his mom.
I don't think so. I'd
You
be like,
know? Oh shoot,
oh, mm-mm.
he looks just like you.
And very
so how it?
humble. Hmm.
So how is it that you find joy like in your busy schedule?
Ooh, I make joy. so, so one thing I did do, I started like in the last couple years. I don't wait for nobody to do nothing. Like,
Hmm.
I just get up and go. Like, if it's in my mind to do something, it's not like, oh, I need such and such to go. I need a group of people to go. I have a board I have in my house. I write everything I have to do down. I write stuff I want to do down. So if I think about it, I just do it. Like, no hesitation. I don't even worry about going by myself no more. Like, I enjoy myself, like by myself.
No, me too. I don't
I
mind going
really
places by
do.
myself.
Right. And I started, like, like you said, we have a festival look like every weekend
Every
of the year.
weekend, I'm like, every time I turn around, it's jazz festival. It's the
I know.
doggone shoot, great enough festival. I'm like, everybody got festivals nowadays.
Right. But yeah, as a mom, you have to have those times where it's just quiet. Like,
Yeah.
and I don't mean quiet around you, I mean quiet like your own time. Like, I have so many dates planned for myself. I buy the ticket. It can be
Yeah.
I have tickets right now in June, July for myself. Like, don't
So
tell me
how did you
nothing.
get to that
Look,
place where you felt comfortable enough to go? Because some people don't like being by themselves. So what is it that took you to say, all right, I don't mind dating me pretty much?
phew, because it's like you have to get to the point where you so comfortable to be by yourself. Like, if you not comfortable to be by yourself, you're gonna always be waiting for people.
Mm,
And when those people fall short, then you become like dependent on those people. And then that's your happiness. You have your happiness based on other people and what they got going on in life. And I was like, no. So if I want to go somewhere and one of my friends can't go, I'm not going to stay home because they can't
yeah,
go.
that
Why not
part.
go by yourself? You know? And half the time when I do go places by myself, I'm meeting new people.
Yeah.
And that's the best part. Like, I'm always meeting new people when I'm by myself. Like, they see you by yourself, especially here, everybody is family,
Right.
strangers, everybody. So
Everybody is so friendly down there.
friendly, yes. So, like, don't be scared to go out by yourself. Don't go everywhere by yourself. Nah,
Yeah.
it's not,
Right.
it's not
You gotta be
safe.
careful.
You got to be careful, but don't be afraid to just do things by yourself instead of waiting for the group or the sister or the brother or whoever. Just go try it. I met so many people just going places by myself, sightseeing in the city by myself, like any little thing, but you have to be comfortable with yourself.
And
Yeah.
that's the main part, being comfortable with who you are.
Yes.
So also, I want to take a moment. I know I'm gonna get back to my other questions, but I want you to tell the people about your business because I know you're gonna be real modest about it. Even though your mom, you still have your own bit. I know that's why I say she's not gonna
You know
bring
I
it up,
am.
but I'm gonna bring it up for her. Tell the people about your business that you have going on.
So my business is called Be by Tanika Rashan. And what it is I make homemade I call them intention oils, because it's made for you to set your intentions for the day. And I've learned that because that was something I had to do. My pastor said one time, he was like, you know, in our culture, we say little things that we don't really pay attention to, that, for us is just sayings. But like, if you go to work, don't say, "Oh man, it's gonna be a bad day." You setting that intention, like, okay, my day's gonna be bad, so your day gonna be bad.
Mm-hmm.
So what I started doing was, even with everything I did, like if I go out or go to anywhere, I say I have my oil and I'm like, okay, it's gonna be a good time. Work gonna be good. Today gonna be a good day. Even if it rain, it's gonna be a beautiful day. You have to
Mm-hmm.
set your intentions. You have to, stop thinking negative. Even with your body. That's what I did it for basically. Even with my body, I was like, look, I oil myself down and I tell my body you're beautiful. Like, and I
Oh,
just
those
want,
affirmations.
yeah, those affirmations, and be intentional with everything you do. And it makes a world of a difference. That's how me, being comfortable with myself kind of got its wings. Cause I'm like, nobody takes time to actually look at themselves in the mirror. Cause I know I
Yeah.
didn't. It had been years. Like, you watch yourself, you get dressed, and you're looking at your clothes,
Mm,
you know,
yeah.
but that's not you. That's your clothes. Like, I actually looked in the mirror one time, no clothes, sorry. Like, for real, I looked at myself without the clothes and I'm like,
Yeah.
look at yourself. You might not like it, you might like it. I hadn't looked at myself in the mirror without no clothes in years. And I was like, wow, like, we always nitpicking about what we don't like, but what do you like about yourself,
Yeah.
And that's how that kind of snowballed into, Be by Tanika Rashawn. So it's not about I tell people it's not about the smell, it's about how it feels. Like, just really getting deep into your skin, your everything, your energy, your skin, all that makes a difference. So that's what it's about. And I'm not being modest.
No, you're not. I'm so proud of you. And
I
you went out
know.
there. You told the people. So I'm so proud of you. I was like, I have
Thank
to just
you.
stop everything because I need her to make sure she promote her at the same time because that's what this all
Yeah.
about. Being moms, we support and we uplift one another, especially with
Oh
our
yeah.
businesses.
Oh yeah.
And don't sleep on yourself.
Oh no. And that's the thing too, because we be ready to go, go, go. But when it come down to branding yourself and promoting yourself, we'll promote everybody else. But
I'm
when it
telling.
comes
We'll
to
share a
self,
post
you're
real
like,
quick.
yeah, like sharing, posting. But for some reason, when it comes to yourself, it's like, "Oh, I have to be at the bottom." No, it's time to put yourself at the top and go from there. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's even as us as moms, because we do that. We put ourselves on a back burner.
Hmm.
We put our kids up first. So that's why I'm like, I'm loving the fact that you saying you do stuff by yourself. Like you really encouraging other moms to let them know it's okay, like to put yourself first. You're not being selfish,
Right,
you know.
it is. And we always think we're being selfish. No, ma'am. You need that it's a mental thing. Like, you need that mental time for yourself because all day you thinking about work. I got to come home clean. I have to wash. I have to homework and this and that. And this can be
Yeah.
overwhelming. And you don't want to get to that breaking point where you in the car crying for 2 hours straight.
I know. Can't
You
stop
don't do
crying.
that. That's a scary feeling.
It is.
That is scary. Like, nobody want to do that.
Right.
But yeah, take that time for yourself, man. Don't. Even if it's just sitting in the car listening to music, I do that all the time. I'm like, if I can't really do what I want to do, I sit in my car. I tell my daughter, look, you know what I'm about to do. I make everything plain. If you see me in the car, you know what I'm doing. Don't bother me. She, she know what it is. She's like, all right. She already know. She don't text me. She know. But soon as she hear that car off, that's when she come back. But she give me my time. You have to make it plain. Look, children, I need my time.
Right.
If I'm not good, y'all not gonna be good.
Please say that part again, because some moms don't get that part.
Please get it. If you are not good, your children will not be good. Children soak up every emotion you have. I've learned that. If you sad, I don't have to say anything. My child knows when I'm sad.
They know it.
Yes, she knows when I'm sad. She'll just come up to me and give me a hug. I don't have to tell her anything. They know everything. So yes, mothers, please take that time.
Right. And don't skip it. Because that's my
Don't.
problem. That's I have to deal with the mom guilt on that part. Because I'm like, okay, I
Uh,
feel like I'm supposed to be doing this, this, and this for the kids. Then I put myself on a back burner.
mhm.
Then before you know it, 3 weeks and went by and I haven't done nothing for myself.
Right. That's how it be though.
Yeah.
You
So
gotta
I'm
get
like, I
that
have to
time
get
in.
better at that.
Yep. Even little things. Go get your nails done. Get your feet done. Little things besides working makes a
Right.
difference.
It does. So in your motherhood journey, like in what ways have other women influenced your motherhood?
Oh, I see a lot of women. Like I'll take a little bit from everybody. I feel like when we were younger, like I told you before, we were like, they told us stuff, but we didn't really listen. Like
No.
everything was taught to us, everything was sugar coated. And now we at a time where people are realizing that reality is, you have to give these children the real. So I
Yeah.
see a lot of moms approaching things different than what we were taught. And giving our children more avenues to learn different things. We didn't get those opportunities when we were young. Like you can't say, oh, a lot of people can't say, oh, my mom put me in dance class, or I went to
Yeah.
this class or that class, you know? And I see that more now. And I try to do it too, like just getting my children, I take them to like museums. And how many times can you actually say, my mom, when I was little, took me to a museum,
No.
or took me to even to the river walk, or to the lakefront, or any little simple things,
Yeah.
Or my mom, let me learn the piano. I saw a little girl one time, she's a wrestler. I saw that and I was like, what?
Really?
Like anything. You never know what your children are good at. So that's my biggest thing. Like I see a lot of women exploring different things for their children now, and it's beautiful. Like I just take that, and my son, he's good at like computers and stuff. And I'm like, okay, I'm
He's
not gonna
smart,
be there.
smart.
Yeah, he's very smart. And I say, when my children show me things, I'm not gonna be that parent like, oh, don't do that. Like, you're on that computer too much. You in the mirror too much. No, I'm gonna take that and make it into something.
Right.
So when he went to the military, he's in the National Guard. His job is to work on systems. So if I would have told him then, like, don't get off that computer,
Yeah.
get off that, stop him, then that wouldn't have probably would have never happened. So that's how I approach it. And then my daughter, she's into makeup and all of that good stuff. And back in the day,
Oh
your
yeah,
parents was like,
you ain't wearing no makeup early. Mm-mm.
right, you ain't wearing no makeup. She know how to do lashes at 12.
Oh,
That's gonna be
that's
her
so
business.
good.
Yeah, she's an artist. She can paint. She can do this. He can sing. He don't sing, but he can sing really well.
Mm,
And yeah, look, whatever y'all want to do, that's y'all gift. I'm never gonna deny that. I'm gonna show y'all how to do it properly. But yeah, I'm never gonna stop y'all from doing what y'all supposed to do. That can be great in the future. So I'm not gonna be that parent like, oh, my mama stopped me from no.
yeah.
This parent said go. Yes. Uh-uh. So that's my newest thing. Like I'm just doing things different than what I was taught. Not saying it's wrong, but
Yeah.
it just didn't leave an avenue for us to do much as we could.
You're right, because it's all about exposure. When I agree with you, because I'm the
Hmm.
same way with my kids. If I see that they have a gift, I'm like, okay, well, we need to pull on that a whole lot more and pull it out of them because you never know where it could take them or anything like that. because like my oldest, I thought she was gonna do sports,
Mm.
because she's really good. She's very athletic, but that wasn't what she wanted to do. She's an artist. She likes different instruments and stuff like that. So I'm like, okay, well, let's go ahead and pull on that gift more than anything else, because I want her to be passionate about what she does, about her craft, and I
Right.
want her to be happy. There's so much peer
Hmm.
pressure and all type of craziness that be going on
Oh
with these kids
yeah.
nowadays. So you just want to make them be comfortable. Well, not even make them. You want to encourage them to be comfortable in their uniqueness.
Right. Oh
So
yeah.
that's huge.
Oh
You
yeah.
know. So I got a question, a little bit deeper.
Ooh.
Can you share a moment in motherhood that changed you forever?
Oh, mother, that changed me forever. Oh, I would say, and to be completely honest, I said I wasn't going to do it, but my relationships, especially my last one, it taught me a lot about motherhood. Um, so as a single mother, you have to date, and you have to go through that whole process. We don't like it, of course, but you have to date. You're going to go through
Right.
different situations. But one thing I think we forget as mothers to consider is what your children are watching
Wow.
in your relationship. And what I've witnessed, and the guilt would get at you because you forget that, hey, you're also a woman, but you're also a mom.
Right. You got
So
needs
whatever
too.
you Yeah, so whatever you're going through as a woman, you gotta keep in mind that your children seeing what you're going through. And when you're going through some hard, especially toxic relationships,
Mm,
your children see this, and it can affect your children. So as a mom, I had to let them see, not let them see like the whole thing, but they have to know what's going on because they have to learn from it. And that's the approach I've taken. Like, don't show them the raw in relationships, but let them know, hey, this is that argument you heard. That's not what a real relationship's supposed to be.
right.
That text message you might have seen, or the screaming or the hollering, all that good stuff that you may have heard, that's not how love is. That's not what a relationship
Mm,
is. And that's like the biggest thing to me that kind of kind of swayed my motherhood. Like, I forgot that, hey, your children see everything. They see this. And even that'll let you know as a woman, like, this is not what I'm supposed to be in. Because my child, I have a girl and a boy. If my
mm,
daughter got in a relationship and she remember everything she's seeing, she's gonna think that's normal. And you don't want your children to do that. So it's gonna being a mom, that's the best thing you can get out of that. It's gonna sway your decisions, your good and your bad. Like, not your bad, but your good. Because you're gonna always keep in mind, I do not want my children to go through this type of stuff. So even when you don't want to, that you want to be in a relationship, you want to have that family, you want to do this, you have sometimes it's just not good.
mm.
And your children will let you know it's not good. you know. But so
Yeah.
many times when we were younger, older people, they hid that part. They hid the
Yeah.
bad part. So we only saw the good part. So now we only looking for the good part. And we so unprepared for the bad part.
Mm,
So I tell my children, like, hey, there's bad parts in relationships. Just don't let it get too bad. But it get bad. So I tell them, I let them know, like, you have to be prepared for both sides. It's just not happy all the time. But
right.
yeah, as a mom, you have to consider that too. Like, your children see everything. Don't let them see so much to where it's going to affect their lives, but just keep it
Mm,
real. Yeah, but that's the biggest thing I had to learn as a single mom. Like, you have to pick. Yeah, you have to. Those relationships, they can either break your child, or they can be a good thing for them to learn from. Mm, yeah.
That's true. Because I went through the singleness with having two girls, and when I was in that dating phase, once I had got my divorce or whatever, and went through the whole dating phase in life, and I didn't bring people around them, um,
Mm-hmm.
just because of the fact I didn't want them to, one, see different people coming in and out,
Mm-hmm. Right.
and two, I didn't want them to get attached to nobody because I know,
Right.
once you start bringing men around, they may start trying to look for that father figure in a man because of the
Mm-hmm.
fact, their
Yes.
dad wasn't present. You know what I mean? So, that is something that's you have to think about when you are that single mom and you dating, especially with kids, because you are right. They watching everything that you do, and
Yes.
whatever you do, they think it's okay. So you
Yep.
setting a standard for for the next relationship that they in. You setting the bar for them, letting them know, well, okay, this is what you accept and this is what you don't accept and things
Right.
like that. So what advice would you give to a mom who may be in a toxic situation? They in a toxic relationship and don't know how to get out. So like what would you recommend for them?
Oh, definitely. You will definitely 100% need a support system, or just even if it's one person that's going to tell you, be very raw with you and real with you, because in your mind, you're going to make every excuse in the book to stay and
Hmm.
to, just because you want companionship, you want that, you just want somebody, around. You want that family. You have to have a support system. And the only way you can really get through any of this besides your support system is your relationship with God. Like,
Yeah.
and me, back in the day, I was not talking about God. I used to be one of the people like, I do not want to put God down people's throat, and but it's reality. Like, you can't get you need that strength. You need that, like, sometimes you need that prayer. You need to just sit in your room and just pray. Like, it's a team effort. It's God and your support system. God gonna give you that strength.
Hmm.
Your support system gonna physically tell you, like, hey girl, like, you tripping. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like, yeah, you tripping. So it's like, because at one time I wasn't going to church as much as I did. And when I did, I was going, but I wasn't going, if
Yeah,
that
it make
makes
a lot of
sense.
sense.
It was routine. Yeah, it was routine. Go, but you don't really hear anything. You don't really learn anything. And then after my little 2 hour cry, I'm gonna keep talking about my little 2 hour cry.
Yeah, that is
Like,
real. Like
you have to do.
I'm
It's
telling you, letting
real.
other
It's
moms know they're
scary.
not by themselves that cry for 2 hours.
You're not by yourself, girl. Them 2 hour cries will scare the mess out you. So even with like that, I had to find, in the spiritual aspect, I had to find something different. I said, I'm not going to church. I'm going to church, but I'm not learning anything.
Hmm.
So I would go to different churches, and then the church I'm at now, it's a little more comfortable. You don't have to dress up every Sunday. The pastor don't dress up every Sunday, and he doesn't preach, he teaches. So you have to
Hmm.
find somewhere where you can actually listen. So I found that every Sunday I would go when I was visiting, it would be like whatever I'm going through that day or that week, it's like he would be talking to me. And I'm like, man, it scared me at first. But I was like, okay, once you start listening, like really soaking it in and listening, then it's like, all right, he's actually giving you the steps to get through whatever you're going through. So that's like the biggest thing that's going to help you. Like, I'm not saying you have to go to church. Sometimes church can be reading the Bible, or R.C. Blake's been my best friend for years. Like, he don't know it. But them YouTube videos then got me through a lot of stuff. Like, you would
Yeah.
believe. Like, and he doesn't. I like preachers that don't preach; they teach. Like, I don't need all that extra stuff. I just need you
Right.
to.
I don't need no hoops or hollers. Just give me
I don't
straight
need no
word.
hoops and hollers. Look, sometimes I go to sometimes I go to church like this in my hoodie. I got on a cap. I'm like, look, just give me what I came for,
Right. I
and
need my word.
yeah, just give me my word. I need to be comfortable, and as a single mother, that has helped me so much. Like we'll go to church as a mom, just heavy, like overwhelmed.
Yeah.
And at my church, the first thing they do when you walk to the door is give you a hug. I'm like, how many
Oh.
times have anybody just gave you a hug? That's so big to me. Like
Yeah.
a big just hug. And then you'll walk and they'll hug you and they don't let you go. Something yeah, something about that hug is like they can feel you almost. Like this girl need a hug.
Yeah. Yeah.
So when you walk, they give you a hug and it's fun and it's just you have to find your I say your spiritual community pretty much. Like whatever fits you. Like everybody around me in my church is down to earth, and that's what I needed. Like I don't need the if I can't go in a hoodie, they ain't for me. you know.
Uh, what church you go to? Go ahead, put your church. Give a shout out to
Oh,
your church.
don't mind if I do. I go to Household of Faith on Paxton Street. That's
Why I had
Pastor
a feeling
Mary.
you went there when you said I was listening. And I said I really think that's where she probably goes. So that's why I was asking too. I was
Yes.
going there before. I was visiting for a
Uh-huh.
good little while before I ended up leaving.
Oh yeah, I be dancing in there and everything, girl. Yeah, but you have to find somewhere that fits you. Like I went
Right.
there and I saw that the pastor was joking and laughing and he was really
Yeah.
like then that makes you want to listen. That makes you want to keep going back and keep listening and yeah, just find you. That's the whole purpose. Just find you. Like don't I took everything I learned back in the day and threw it out the window. And I just
Mm,
learned
yeah.
everything on my own. And it's
You had to
scary.
build your own relationship.
You have to build your own relationship. Back then, everything was by the book, and the book was wrong. I'm sorry to say. The book is wrong. Like, it tells you so much information that's not right about just everything. Oh, you have to do stuff this way. You have to be married at this age. You have to have kids at this age. You can't
Yeah.
go to school. All that stuff is wrong. I'm trying to go to school now. I'll be 40 this year. I'm excited.
I know, girl. We knocking on 40 though,
I know,
but we
girl.
look
We don't look
good.
it. We look
Yeah,
good.
I said we look good, sis.
We look good, and I feel like age ain't nothing, girl. We gonna look whatever I want to do. I'm gonna do it. And people just have to get in their mindset. Like rules, the book, throw that away. We ain't doing books no more. uh-uh.
You create your
we
own
doing
chapters.
we creating our own stuff around here. Yes, ma'am.
That's a nigga. Look, we starting to wrap up. Is there anything that you would like to share with the guests, with the people who are listening that we possibly didn't even talk about? Anything on your spirit, mind, heart, or soul? Please share.
Oh, yes. The biggest thing I have learned, I have the same father, and I beat myself up for years about that. I would just want to tell women like that is not, please do not. Back in the day, they shunned people for that. No, we're not doing that now. Do not feel guilty about that. God has a plan for everything and everybody. That's your
That's
plan.
right.
That is your plan. My children are my blessings. Whatever their dads had to contribute to who they are, that's what it is. And my job is to protect that. And that's how I look at it. So that's what I want women, with that in that same situation to look at. Like don't look at it like what they used to call it back in the day, out of wedlock children
Oh
and
yeah,
stuff
yeah.
like.
Uh-huh.
Don't look at it like that. Like don't feel guilty about it either. And it's gonna take some time to not feel that way. I was guilty about that a long time. I didn't want to date. I didn't want to. do anything because I felt guilty about it. But that's not the case. Please throw away that book. Like I said, throw away that old book.
Because the book is
That
wrong.
the book is wrong. That's not the case. Whatever them people had to contribute to your child, that's what it is. My children have the best personalities. My son, his dad is awesome. He's not, he has his own thing going on. We're not together. But his family, we got his great family out of it. My daughter, I
Oh,
got
I
her
love
good
that.
personality out of it. Like something's always gonna be good out of it. So don't beat yourself up. It's all in the whole process. So yeah. Love yourself, girl.
I
It's all
love
good.
I love that, Tanika. Like seriously,
Yeah.
that's gonna break some chains for a lot of moms that's stuck in that. They may just feel stuck. Like this is what it is.
Mhm.
This is what society says about
Yeah.
me. And yeah, you didn't lifted some weight off some mom's shoulders. So I'm glad you shared that.
Oh, no problem. Yeah, that's big. I see a lot of women dealing with that, and I'll be like, please, no, because it takes a long time to not feel like that, but it's doable, you know.
Yeah, shoot. I had two kids out of wedlock myself, and I got, as they say, two baby daddies. But hey, I
Yeah.
stood.
Look, I don't even like saying baby daddies. I'm
I
like,
don't like
look,
that word either.
once
I say children's father. Like
that's what
I
I
really
say.
don't. Yeah,
I don't like saying that.
I don't like the terminology baby moms, baby daddy. Like no, that's your kid's parent. Like
Yeah,
that's their father. That's
because
their mother.
that's they parents. If you don't respect the father of your children, it's like you don't respect that part of your children.
Yeah.
Like that's how I see it. So, that baby daddy and all that, I still, even today, I don't care what situation, and I'm still gonna have some respect for their fathers. That's my children. That's part of my children. So
Yeah.
don't feel guilty about that. That's that old book. We throwing it away today, girl.
Throw the old book away.
We throwing that away. Uh-uh.
I love it. Tanika, I can't thank you enough for just being transparent today. Like when I tell you I'm so proud of you, I'm super proud of you for sharing your
Thank
story.
you.
Like this probably is outside your comfort zone. And
It
I'm glad you
is,
stepped. I know.
it is, but yeah, that's I don't mind. I know somebody. It's as long as it touches somebody. Look, because it took me a long time to get to this point, and I know somebody else is trying to get to this point too. So I do not mind helping anybody. But thank you for the opportunity.
No, you
Thank
are so
you.
welcome. Thank you for just even wanting to being a part of the vision. So I thank you. I really do.
Mm.
And keep doing what you're doing and keep promoting yourself. Wait, before we even leave out, let people know your social media handles so they can follow you and support your business.
Okay, so my business page is Be by Tanika Rashan. Um, and my personal page, which I do stuff on that too, is Tanika Rashan. So, so business, I advise you to still do that one. Be by Tanika Rashan, and that's pretty much be what you want to be. That's what be means. Yeah.
I love that. Well, y'all, that's pretty much it, Tanika, on tonight. I definitely want to thank you again for taking your time out, your busy schedule, and sharing your story and being able to encourage other moms that's definitely out there and keep doing what you're doing, girl. Like, keep sharing your story. Don't let tonight be the last night that you share your story with someone, even if it's in a ministry, at the grocery store, at the poetry spot, or even at somebody festival. You just, like you say, you always meeting people. So if
Hmm.
something is placed on your spirit to share, please do, because you're
Right.
going to definitely help others out in so many different ways that you can't even imagine. So, well, y'all, that's wrapping up on this episode or this Mother's Tea episode. So we look forward. I can't get my words out. I'm a little. I guess I'm getting a little tongue tied. But we look forward to seeing you all on tomorrow episode of Tired as a Mother podcast with the series of Mother's Tea. All right, y'all. We talk to y'all later. Bye.
Yay.